What's happening, so fam? It is Tarot Tuesday. You already know what time it is. Okay, so this week we're gonna be picking rather this whole half of the deck. So if you're if you're really vibing on this blue kind of vibe over here, the shaman vibe, that's gonna be one pick that you do, or you pick this whole other side of the deck, which is gonna be more around like these clear card energies. Um, we're surfing currently between two realities that's co-creating a third reality. So all of these cards right here are going to be reading about the collective reality, and then you end up picking rather the left side if you feel that vibration, or the right side if you feel that vibration. So I'm going to give you a second really quick to kind of connect with whatever kind of vibration you feel like you're going towards, and then we're going to start reading. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share. Let me know if the Tarotmancy last week was really dope. If it worked for you, how did it make you feel? Did any revelations come through? I would love to hear it. And yeah, sending you all the love. Okay, cool. Ready? We're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1. You should have picked rather that side or this side by now. So remember, Venus is controlling this whole entire year, okay? So if Venus is controlling this whole entire year, we need to understand that love is the main force that's driving us forward. Love is going to manifest itself in a bunch of different ways for a bunch of different people, and it's going to basically mean, like, whether you're loving yourself, you're loving your life, you're loving someone else, but love is the main driving force that we have to perpetually not only keep in the forefront of our mind, but also continue to ask ourselves, how can we improve, okay? The tiger is a totem animal this entire year. So that means you need to be quick-witted, like make actions when they show up, right? Like if you have the opportunity to go on a trip somewhere, don't snooze on it. Like if you really want to go, or it's always been something that's on your mind, it's now or never, okay? You have to remember that kindness is one of the driving forces that's also going to make you really successful during this year. How can you be kind without putting yourself at a disadvantage or extending yourself too much? Remember to use your resources. Resources expand and they change consistently. If you're not moving those resources in specific ways that help you amplify yourself, those resources are going to become stagnant and even be lost in translation. Remember to be versatile, which is being able to switch it up, girl. Like you need to be able to say, okay, I'm going to be, vibing on this one plateau, and then I'm going to switch it up to a totally opposite plateau. Now, some of the cosmic energies that we have going on. We have the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is reminding you, hey, everything that you want, everything that you're looking for is coming your way if you continue to do exactly what the cards and what the cosmos is trying to direct the entire consciousness to do. The Ace of Cups comes up, meaning that you are going to fill your cup with what particular vibration you are matching at this time. That's why keeping in mind love and how love affects you is going to be a major component for you. We have the energy of Yosad, which is connection, and the root of the tree of life, which is basically reminding you. Actually, no, it's not the root of the tree of life. I'm sorry. It's the root chakra. Yosad is basically reminding you that like life is something about co-creation with people. So some people understand co-creation as like oneness. Some people see it as connection. Some people see it as love. Oneness and connection are the main plateaus for any creation during this time. Like how can your creation, you empowering yourself, help everyone in the long run? We also have the energy of El Mora, which is basically saying, guide me to my master within. A lot of this energy has to do with self-mastery, not only in the terms of like your personal life, but how it comes down to manifestation. We have the energy of thunder, which is telling you there's a lot of luck right now during this time, so don't like waste that luck that's coming around. We have a lot of dragon energy. So dragons are usually really good for transformation, for deep revelation, for acceleration in our creation. There's so many different kinds of dragons. Right now we are on the wing beat of the giant dragon, which the giant dragon can be also considered the king of the dragons, which is the wing beat, which is almost like a heartbeat. It is there's like these in between spaces between every flap of the wings, every beat of the heart. There's an in between space. If you can connect to that in between space, things are are gonna really balance themselves out for you. And then finally, we have the card that is Gaia, the Night, the Force of Earth. And this card right here is really powerful because we're being called to be light warriors and to be fighters for the force of Earth. Mother Earth right now is going through a massive transformational phase. not only ecologically but also at like a energetic and conscious level. So here we're being called to like use the neurocodes, use quantum Reiki, use Antojai to shape the world into a better place. That's a different thing for each person. Some people are shaping themselves. So, sorry. Ooh, I got a cough. Some people are reshaping themselves so that they can reshape the world. Some people are reshaping certain ideas and culture so that the world can be reshaped. Some people are reshaping the actual physical land so that the land can be reshaped. It really depends on your personal calling and how that aligns with like your energy and what gives you fulfillment. We have the energy of the eternal servitor, the ancient wanderer, which is hope, incompleteness, and yearning. So last week we knew that there was like this energy. People are trying to find the answers. People are trying to really connect to who they truly are and who they feel like they need to be embodying at this time. This is going to bring a lot of confusion during that time. People are going to feel hopeful. They're going to feel like something's missing, and they're going to be yearning to seek more. That can be rather a coach for spiritual training or how to manifest the exact reality that they're looking for. One of the things that you need to be is of service, open. When people come to you, serve, but also have boundaries and know how that works for you. For everyone who's going into the coaching field right now, this is a prime time for you to be in the coaching field. Or if you're doing anything that has to do healing related, if you've been feeling that call that you need to show up and start helping more people through a spiritual based business, this energy right here is telling you, hey, you are on the right track. Now in the center here, the sun, these are the energies that we're bringing in as a collective, okay? We have the energy of the Five of Wands. For certain people, this is going to be a little bit more difficult to do than for others, okay? And there are going to be hurdles here and there that we need to pay attention to, but don't let those hurdles take you down, because at the end of those hurdles, there is the Four of Wands, this ability to relax, to spend time with family, to be happy, and to marry a new reality that actually does benefit you. So just know, if it gets a little bit tough, there is something at the end of the road that is definitely worth it. Don't give up on yourself. That's one of the things that is most important during this time. So then we come to these Shaman King cards, and these Shaman King cards are basically telling us 10 more sit-ups. We're in the middle of working out our consciousness to reach the reality that we're really, really looking for. 10 more sit-ups. I know it's going to feel like, oh my God, but I'm almost there. Oh my God, but I'm getting tired. That's what this is about. This is about stamina. This is creating willpower. Willpower is really huge right now. You need to be exercising your divine focus, okay? We also have the energy of Aeon Crush, which is basically saying, like, there's this huge force that wants to destroy in the cosmos. That force of destruction is coming no matter what it is that we try to do. You can use the power of destruction to amplify your energy, or you can use the power of destruction not at all so that it can destroy you in the process. So destruction is a tool, right? Like if you direct it, it's going to be beneficial. If you don't direct it, it's going to be like self-sabotaging. Allow yourself to make groundswell, basically groundbreaking moves that basically break through the surface and change your reality like drastically. Think about things you want to destroy in your reality and let them go. Now, coming back to the other half of this energy, a lot of people right now are being asked to reflect, like to really get clear. This reflection is about getting clear about what you hold deep inside your heart, where you're going for, and who, like what is that's there, right? Clarity is absolutely necessary for any manifestation. Oftentimes we say, oh yeah, I want to be famous. How do you want to be famous? Like, what do you want to be famous for? Like, what is that drive? Oh, I want to help people. How do you want to help people? What are people saying when they get helped by you? What is that energy? The more clear you get, the easier things are going to be for you. Now, during this time, it might seem like the clarity itself is cloaked in front of you. We're going through the veil of an old reality with a new reality. You're going to be noticing a lot of quantum shifts happening during this time. A lot of subtle changes that you're like, wait, I thought that car used to always be white. Now it's black suddenly. Things like that are going to be really coming up for you. Remember that as soon as you start reflecting, the veil is going to lift itself. There's only certain areas of confusion in your life because you're not fully clear on what it is that you want and what you're going after. So, as soon as you make sure that you focus on your clarity, all the answers will appear. This is another ice energy that comes up with this groundswell energy, double ice. You can see how it's very similar. We're breaking through some major stagnation that's been created here in our reality, okay? So it's super important to listen to your spirit. Know that we're using destructive energies. We're almost there. The last 10 sit-ups is literally you getting super clear as to what it is that you want. So going still deep into the rest of the collective reading, we're going to start out in Jupiter before we go into either or. Jupiter is telling us that the collective has a lot of luck coming its way, especially for all the people who are actually doing the work. Moving over to Uranus, Uranus says that energy is going to come very swiftly, but it's also going to be very challenging. This is why we're having a moment right here to really get clear on what we want, understand who we are, and also just like let old parts of ourselves be dissolved during this process. It basically says that the next manifestation is going to come hard, right? And a lot of times people are like, oh, I want everything to be in divine time and really super easy. Sometimes you manifest some shit that's so big that when it comes out of nowhere, you just got to be ready to take that ride. Like, no matter what happens, you got to just go with it. And it's partially going to be scary. Sometimes your manifestations come so quick and fast that they scare the crap out of you. And you're like, oh my God, I better strap in. This is the energy that's really coming through right now. Now, you need to understand the energy of the lovers coming up on Venus. So when the energy of the lovers is coming up, it's saying like, who are you in a relationship with? Are you in a relationship with your highest version of yourself? Or are you in a relationship with some portion of you that always limits you? I had a session with one of my mentors, and I meet up with them every once in a while, like not really anything super crazy. But yesterday when I had a session with one of my mentors, one of the things that she really made me do was sit down and talk to her and tell her how I saw myself in the future. Like, she was like, what's your ideal self? I got really clear on it. And then she was like, okay, now tell me what that person's doing, how that person's living. And I started channeling and talking in the present tense, like, oh, I've already been doing this. Oh, I've already been doing that. Oh, yeah, it's so amazing. And I could feel that I was that person. It wasn't like, oh, I'm trying to connect my dots and my thoughts to that person. I am that person. I'm telling you what I've done already as that individual. I'm already married to that next reality because I'm saying I'm willing to abandon and let go of anything that's necessary to be in a healthy relationship with my own reality. And that's what this card right here is coming through. Like, the more you love life, the more you're getting in a relationship with life. The more you allow space for certain things in your life, the more you're saying you're willing to embrace those things in your reality. So you really have to ask yourself, what am I giving space for and what am I taking space away from? Sometimes you need to take away space from certain people and certain situations, but this is the energy that's really deep inside. Coming over to Saturn, Saturn comes up with the Page of Coins, which is saying like, we're learning how to manifest more abundance in some way, shape, or form. Abundance means something different for each person. For some people, that's money. For some people, that's having friends. For some people, that's having connections. For some people, that's just being relaxed. We're learning how to manifest more of whatever abundance is personalized to us so that we can stay in a healthy, loving relationship with that reality. Coming over to Mercury. Mercury comes out with the King of Swords. The King of Swords is reminding us, hey, you need to go after what you want without any fail. So like if a door opens and it's scary, go through the door fearlessly, do it scared, things are going to pan out for you. Remember, this is a moment to take action, not a moment to second guess anything that you want to do. I've been personally looking at all these different manifestations coming into my life, and some of them I'm like, I don't know. And I'm starting to put myself in this position of like, okay, the cosmos is telling me to take action. Did I want to do this for a while? Yes. Okay, let's take action. Let's finally just do it. Because tomorrow I might die. And I don't know if I'll have another opportunity to do this. Let's not die with any regrets or any other qualms, right? So Pluto comes up with the Ten of Swords. It's basically saying, let go of anything that is causing you pain. Evolve past anything that's causing you pain. That is also different in each person's reality. You need to sit down and actually tell yourself, okay, what's been causing me stress? What is difficult to keep a hold of? What is causing me pain? What doesn't make me happy anymore? And then you let go of those things. And one of the things I can tell you as a part of like this particular card is just rip the band-aid off. If you know that you're not supposed to be friends with somebody anymore, and that's kind of like one of the revelations that comes to you, just rip it off, rip the band-aid off. Be like, I'm really busy. Make a decision not to be friends with that person anymore, and you don't even have to be confrontational about it. You just move forward, right? This is one of the energies that's really presenting itself. Just go after it. We have the energy of Earth with the moon, which is very fitting. Today is a full moon as well. So this full moon is the strawberry or the harvest moon. It's very, very good for not only manifesting love, but manifesting prosperity as well. Here are the same energies that the cosmos is bringing forward for us, right? We're in the year of love with Venus, and we're also being able to bring in prosperity. Tonight, get extremely clear as to what it is that you want to be creating in your life. Write it down on a piece of paper, put it somewhere that you can see it all the time, and then go after it. Clarity right now is your best friend, especially in the subconscious mind, as we are going to the full moon experience tonight. We also have the Ace of Coins coming up at Neptune. The Ace of Coins is telling you a bunch of money is on the way, a lot of prosperity is on the way. Here's the second indication that some sort of blessing is on the way that you haven't been even aware of. It's very, very important that during this time you do not let go of the momentum that you are creating with all the magic that you've been harnessing. It's very important to keep that energy flowing. When we come to the energy of Mars, there's some people who are going to have a little bit of fear of money, okay? Because the economic system of the world is changing in some way, shape, or form. Bitcoin has taken a huge crash, like I was going to say a huge jump. But yeah, like the whole world is going to be shifting. It's really important for you to like kind of have a little bit of a portfolio everywhere right now. In terms of the crypto land, I would say like be very, very cautious. Crypto is in this weird place, and based off of my predictions from a couple months ago, it's going to go even lower than what it is right now. So it might not be a bad idea if you have some money that you can pull out right now while still being safe with your investments, that you pull it out. Otherwise, you're going to be waiting for the long haul. So you really, really want to make sure that you don't have all your money in crypto by itself. There are certain projects that you do want to invest more in, but Bitcoin is going to be a long haul kind of game right now if you're in the Bitcoin world. So that is the collective consciousness energy. Finally, coming back to the Page of Cups, this is we're learning how to fill in our own cups, okay? So now, you rather picked the blue side over here, or you ended up picking this side over here, the pink side. We're going to start over here with the blue, and we're going to start reading all the energies that are warrior based. So if you ended up picking up this energy right here, you're claiming some sort of royalty, you're claiming some sort of physical power that needs to be answered in your reality. Now, the main cosmic force that's here is the card of repositioning, which is saying like there's a need to kind of like re-strategize, not the whole entire plan, but there's a need for you to kind of like be able to see, okay, there's certain things that I need to do, there's certain things that need to be done. There's a vibration that needs to be changed, okay? Just slight changes, nothing super, super big. Another cosmic energy that's coming in through here is the energy of Faust the 8th. Is that the 8th? No, Faust the 7th. So this energy right here is a lot of necromancing energy. So if you've been drawn into black magic, necromancy, death alchemy, anything like that, this is why. If you've been drawn into it, know that you're cosmically aligned. Take away a little bit of that stigmatism, that stigma of basically saying, okay, black magic is evil. It's not. It's just how you use it. Sometimes people need to study black magic so that they can awaken other portions of themselves. So I highly recommend if you're going down that road, do not stray away from it. There's a lot of beauty that comes with that as well. This is why in the Sacred Alchemy portion of Patreon, I've been teaching how to use divine weapons, astras, to basically be able to use this kind of like deadly energy to reshape reality. And there's a lot of different like divine weapons, some for truth, some for killing people, some for killing evil, whatever, right? But there's that energy that I have been showing on Patreon if you're interested in diving deeper into that in the Sacred Alchemy portion. Coming over to Saturn is all about the shadow, the darkness. We have Sucker Punch. So this one means that there's still something that you have not understood clearly yet about yourself and about like the shadows of reality, even your own shadow. There's something that still has to present itself. So I want you to be very aware. Do not let it sideswipe you or catch you from the side from an angle that you weren't paying attention to. This is a really powerful message, basically saying with 3 and 4 that the shadow that you have to pay attention to is in your inner child and how your inner child perceives love. A lot of people right now are starting to work with their inner child and understand how their inner child is actually co-creating their entire reality because they've had a specific belief their entire life. Oftentimes we try to stray away from what our inner child has designed for us because we think, oh, our inner child didn't know anything. But children are much more connected to the cosmos than adults are, oftentimes. So, in a way, your inner child already has all the divine wisdom that you're looking for if you allow yourself to talk to your divine child and understand that. In order for you to talk to your divine child, though, you need to give it a little bit more love. You need to release any like old patterns of self-sabotaging love that might be available there. Coming over to Mercury. Mercury comes out with the thorough schooling. So Mercury is all about acquiring knowledge, traveling, business, things like that. So right now is a moment for you to reorganize, again, repositioning, coming back to this energy, reorganize, make your life a little bit easier. Like if you need to restructure your office so that you have more space, or you need to paint the walls so that you feel more motivated, maybe you need to have a new routine, something. There's a thorough schooling, some level of change that needs to be done for you to acquire the next level. Communication can be one of those things as well. We have the energy of Mary, the doll mistress. So this is basically the energy of voodoo coming up again. Voodoo coming back to that necromancy kind of energy. If you've been drawn to voodoo most recently, embrace it. It's a cosmic vibration that's there, that's here to help everyone. Just allow yourself to kind of do your due diligence. Make sure that you're always studying things properly, you're honoring the spirits and the ancestors correctly, and you go through the proper channels to learn. This is a very, very valuable energy here. The doll mistress is saying that reality is very easy to manipulate during this time. So if you allow yourself to really work with like manipulation energies, this is going to be something that's really beneficial. This is also the energies of adamans that I've been teaching as well in the sacred alchemy classes. Coming over to Pluto, we have the energy of Tao En, the dark dictator. More dark energy coming through. Now, there's been an old rule of suppression that's been happening in the world for a while, the dark dictator. This energy is coming to an end with that Pluto energy. The United States currently is going through its Pluto return, so it's going through like a self-destructive phase. The people in power are currently self-destructing and losing their ability. All the divine warriors just need to make sure that they're amplifying themselves with their knowledge, making sure that they keep in mind that reality is very much so malleable right now. Get a little bit more into dark alchemy, because dark alchemy is directly competing against these people right here that are in power, and make sure that you do the healing for the inner child so your inner child can't be used against you. Coming over to the cards of Earth, we have June, another necromancing energy, the energy of being able to also call in the big sister, which is the cosmic divine feminine, to look out for you. Big sisters usually have a certain vibe for their younger siblings. We have the energy of bring it. This is what it is. If you pick this side, you're in a divine warriorship kind of like battle. You're in the front lines against the old system of reality. So part of you being able to shift that is shifting yourself and making sure that you dive into things that might make you feel uncomfortable. And then we have the energy of shared purpose, which shared purpose is also the energy of angels. So the main guardian angels here that show up, you know, Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Uriel, even like Lucifer are energies that come through there as well. They're basically saying that there is an angelic war happening right now. And if you pick this side of the deck, you're basically in this vibration of angelic war. I pulled out my angelic deck just to see what are the main two angels that we need to be calling upon. We have the energy of the star, which is clemency and equilibrium, protects against attacks in the courts. Okay, so the god of the just is basically Vasaria is coming up right now. So this is one of the angels that is really, really powerful. We also have the angel Mibahel, which is truth and justice, protection from enemies who would steal one's fortune. So we have double protection coming through, and we have one more card that wants to present itself, which is Akia, which is patience, reveals secrets of nature, and spreads the knowledge of industry. A lot of this has to do with financial shifting, like courts, protection from people stealing your money, and then even like spreads industry. This is all talking about business. This is coming back to like that crypto kind of vibe that I had mentioned earlier. The crypto market is being manipulated by these people. So you don't want to be caught up in their game. You want to be able to wait for the right time to reinvest in the economy so that you can make your money back. So be aware that the crypto market is being manipulated by a select few during this time. Now we're going to be going over in this side of the deck. If you pick this side of the deck, we're working more so with past timelines, correcting past timelines, and bringing in like this higher awareness of like power and love into this current reality. So you might be in both of these two areas, but really like this is more so like a different vibe. Like some people are fighting, but also some people are correcting the past at the same time so that the future can be readjusted. Now we come to the first energies here, which is the energy of the guardian, which is saying like you're protected, you have divine help right now, don't be worried. And underneath it is the blade, so like you have divine warriors on the other side that are really helping you reach the next level. We're going to start over with Neptune. Neptune has to do with spiritual love. They're telling you to feel happy and express bliss during this time with your spiritual love, with your spiritual heart. This is a really powerful message. Like you can do Tantra to find like an orgasmic bliss. You can work with Krishna to find like a blissful state of being. You can even do things that make you feel happy. But right now, the more you stay in the highest, happiest vibration, the more powerful your magic and your transformation is going to be. One of the key things right now, your secret sauce, is staying happy, having a smile. Force yourself to smile if you have to. Get in that vibe. And they want you to know to relax. As you stay happy, you'll have less and less to worry about if you ended up picking out this vibration. So really go with that. Coming over to Neptune, which is the other aspect of Venus. Coming over to Venus, which is another aspect of Neptune. It's telling you to release things from your heart, okay? Very similar message over here that's happening with those people that picked out that deck. Releasing any form of self-sabotaging love in your heart is one of the main vibrations. And while you do that, you'll be able to transfer from one reality into the next. A lot of quantum shifting is happening right now, like I had mentioned earlier, where you might have always noticed a car to be white and all of a sudden it's black, because small details are changing as you quantum shift. One of the things that you need to understand about quantum shifting is like you create anchors to an old reality, and when you release those anchors, that's when you can really shift. So like that's sometimes perceptions of yourself, perceptions of the world, perception on how the economy works, what is going to be offered to you in the future. You need to let go of a lot of the things you think you know to embrace a lot of the unknown. And when you do that, you can really accelerate yourself into the next vibration. Coming over to the energies of Mars, because Mars is also the lover of Venus over here. We have the energy of the labyrinth. So right now there's going to be a lot of chaos, a lot of adventure kind of summoning itself for you to take advantage of. And you have to be okay with those adventures coming through. You have to allow yourself to be like, okay, the chaos might seem like unreasonable. It might seem very difficult. It might even feel scary, but this is part of the illusion. Like the illusion is changing so quickly that it's going to seem like it doesn't make sense, but everything has order. Let me just keep walking in the direction that I want to go. This is where divine willpower is extremely important, because if you're not clear, if you don't have the divine willpower to continue to stay focused on one thing, all this chaos that is happening with that Mars energy is going to take you wherever it is that it wants to take you, or where you think you might want to be going, instead of being extremely clear as to what it is that you do want to be embodying during this time. We have the energy of hope that also presents itself, which the energy of hope comes back to the energy of the eternal servitor. Hope right here, hope right here, okay? And we see that as a double connection here, which is saying like hope is something that you can hold on to if you're having a hard time knowing something. you want to get to a point of knowing. You want to be able to shift hope in your heart into a sense of complete and total absolute direction. So like I hope I can be successful with my business is still not claiming a sense of knowing. I know I'm going to be successful with my business by the end of the year, right? And like when you change hope to knowing and you start focusing on how you're saying things and how you're like manifesting, things really do change very quickly for you. Coming over to the energy of Jupiter, Jupiter comes with the energy of the gale, which is a huge abundant wave. So if you ended up picking up this deck over here, you got a shit ton of money coming your way. Like there's a lot of money that's coming for everyone in general, but more money is going to be coming to you than the average person. And remember, money or like abundance, financial, anything can be success, opportunities. It can be actual physical money. It can be going on a trip. It can be gifts. Be open, but you're going to get some sort of huge payout. When we come over to Uranus, Uranus comes with sorrow. And basically it says like anything that's causing you, again, some sort of sorrow, it's time to confront it in the shadow. That can be like inner work. That can be like physical transformative shifts. But this is something that has to be answered for. The remaining energy that a lot of us are holding on to on this end is some form of sorrow. And I hadn't realized that personally until most recently working with one of my mentors, that like I was holding on to a specific kind of sorrow that was totally in the background of my mind and I had never seen it. That's why I really do like working with mentors and stuff like that, because it's always good to get a second pair of eyes when you're working with someone. So this is the energy that's happening right now. Like if you're a divine warrior, you're going down that vibe. If you are more so on this like maintaining structure, just be happy. You might be on both, where you have to be happy while practicing black magic. A lot of this has to do with releasing something within the inner child. So make sure that you kind of pay attention to this, restructure, get clear, understand how the world right now is shaping itself, and just roll with your vibe. I'm sending you all the love. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, share, and let me know if the Tarotmancy last week really did vibe with you. Join us on Patreon. Your support on Patreon is amazing. We're always teaching new courses on there. And we're also kind of just doing some new things as we evolve. As always, I'm sending you all the love, and I will catch you later.